Hello guys, welcome to my guide for the tri-elemental hit elementalist. So, during leveling, you will have a life-based version, which I leveled so that with freezing pulse, I took all this spell damage here, went over here, took some movement speed, some life, took some damage over here, took glancing blows and all these block nodes, and then some more things over here. I don't remember exactly what I did. It was really different. I will try to make another Bob POB for the leveling version. I don't have my old one anymore, but it will look very different. I will also, yeah, I will do a new one or try to find a similar one that you can check out while leveling. 10, uh, once you get the Crown of Ice and maybe an Anima Stone and some ES gear, you can change into CI right here. Then you wanna spec out of Elemental Overload, which you will use during leveling, because you want, well, it's never a good idea to start going into crit early. And then you wanna get all these crit multi-jewels. These have a lot of room to improve for me too. These are definitely not perfect. These are quite good, but yeah, far from perfect. You could have 3 crit multi-rolls and energy shield here, but it will be expensive. Also, these cluster jewels, you want to have the corrosive elements, or you can have, if you're using all heralds, I'm just using Herald of Ash. If you're using all heralds, you can get the heraldry node on a medium cluster jewel. Also, I'm using an energy from Node jewel. Then I got some critical strike chance things here, and a chance to blind, which is nice. Basically just free 50 chance to evade, 50% chance to evade. Also, you don't really need these primordial items early, because you get a golem here and you get a few golems here, but you will want to get them obviously to do good damage in the end game. I will check out on pub if it would be worth to use a +2 amulet here instead of the primordial chain. Then you would have just one of each golem. Might be more damage. We'll see about that. And yep, I think that's all for the passive tree. Not really much here to look at. For the gear, I am using a Skin of the Lords. You could use a Wall Regalia, but I did not find it to be worth it. I made this one, but you lose a lot of damage, but so I did not think it was worth it, because currently with this I really don't die often. With 7000 energy shield, with the Wall Regalia you could get up to 8000. But I do not find it to be worth it. It might be worth it if you take point blank on the tree here, but it's so far away it would be quite messy to do that, I think. And then you would pair this up with an elemental weakness on hit ring. And so during leveling you will want to use a Piscator's Vigil. It is really good for a long time, it will work. But then at some point you want to make something like this with a high spell damage, critical strike chance, multi penetration, elemental damage with attack skills and attack speed. This is pretty much perfect, except the rolls are not ideal. I can still get the critical strike chance to be higher, but it will be very expensive. Then for the gloves, you want to get the pierce here, and of course energy shield. For the belt, you have to get a lot of energy shield again, resistances, and that flash charge on critical strike is really nice for me, because when I use my flasks, it's almost double damage. For the boots, just a lot of ES, resist, and movement speed, and also aspect of the spider here. You can take it anywhere else also. Then for the shield, a lot of spell damage, energy shield, resistances. Chaos resist is of course useless here because we're CI. Then for the amulet, primordial chain, but maybe +2 amulet if you want to do that. And for the rings, just attributes, energy shield. I have minus mana cost of skills here. Just for the quality of life. I don't really need it because I have 139 mana anyways, and I'm leeching mana because of this. And for the links, I have here second wind, dash, phase run, which isn't really doing anything, but it's just nice. Here I have flame golem, blood rage, lightning golem, meat shield for the taunting. On the boots, I have stone golem, chaos golem, ice golem, and an empower. The empower is because of the chaos golem. The physical damage reduction goes to 4%, and since I'm scaling the buff effect of my minions, the physical damage reduction goes to 28% just from my chaos golem, and it would be 22 without an empower. And I have a sniper's mark here for more damage on bosses. And for the elemental hit, level 21, damage on full life, trinity, inspiration, elemental damage with attacks, and GMP. And during boss fights, I gem swap GMP out and take hypothermia instead. Of course, you want all the awakened versions of these gems if you can get them. And for the helmet, of course, Crown of Ice is the best in slot because 10-year increases and reductions to spell damage apply to attacks. That's why we have a lot of spell damage here. Also, I recommend using an exploding wand. It's not really that expensive to make. I made this with one fractured fossil, and I don't remember what the fossils are. A serrated fossil and the more speed modifiers fossil, and I got that. This was pretty lucky since I got the elemental damage with attack, so it's really good. Obviously, with this kind of wand, you get a lot more damage, but this is really good for mapping. If you don't have an exploding wand, you might want to take here medium cluster with projectile damage, so you can get the notable with +1 pierce, which will help with clear. Also, it would be nice to get chain support here maybe, but I don't have the right sockets to do that. That would be one advantage with a wall regalia, because you could get one with 6 white sockets, so you could get chain support here also during mapping. Currently, for the elemental hit, I have 485 critical strike multiplier, and with all my inspiration charges up, 61% critical strike chance, and obviously with Bottle Faith and the Diamond Flasks, it goes pretty much to 100% during those. And yeah, I don't think there's much else to talk about. All of this gear is not really hard to make with harvest crafting. You will get by with much worse gear. You can use a Piscator's for quite a long time actually. Or let's see if I have here. This is my old one. This is also pretty good. But before that I had a lot worse one. And it was okay. It will work with quite bad gear. Obviously, since I was able to league start this, it will work. So you should not be scared to just try out this build with low amount of currency. Then you can just always farm more currency and get better gear. As you see in my stash, I'm not really that rich, and I'm still able to get by with this gear. Obviously, I want to some time get a headhunter instead of this to get some more clear speed during maps and fun delirium shenanigans. Yeah, I guess that's it. So I think I've covered everything important now. Maybe leave some questions down below if you have. I don't think, maybe I forgot to cover something. This is my first time making a guide like this, so I don't know if I covered everything. So leave questions, and I will try to make a POB for the life-based leveling version that you can use. And yeah, good luck.